This just in, a break in the case of a horrific accident involving a mother and two toddlers who were struck in the street. Tonight, a suspect is under arrest. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman. Police say that mother was pushing a stroller when a pickup truck slammed into her and her children. KTLA's Jamie Chambers live in Oxnard, where the toddlers remain in critical condition tonight. Jamie.
Yeah, Micah, that break just came, and police say that tow truck driver was under the influence of narcotics when he made that left-hand turn into the family, leaving them in ruins. This is the stroller that was dragged hundreds of yards with toddlers pinned inside. Police say 19-year-old Alma Lopez was crossing the street when this tow truck plowed into her and her children.
The truck drug the 4-year-old, 2-year-old in the stroller from the area of Vineyard and Walnut all the way down to Simon.
That distance is just over a quarter of a mile, and now 45-year-old tow truck driver Mehrana Kamsa has been arrested on driving under the influence of narcotics. Witnesses say they honked, screamed, and tried to stop the truck driver any way possible, finally blocking his escape with their own cars.
He put it in reverse, and once he started moving and the stroller underneath moved, it exposed the kids, and at that moment they started screaming.
When Kamsa finally gave up, the full weight of his actions sunk in.
Once he realized what had happened, he started screaming. I would describe it as wailing.
With the crash still under investigation, Supervisor John Zaragoza is now going to make sure the signal is not a dangerous place to walk.
Do we need a left arrow, green arrow, right arrow, to protect the pedestrians?
Zaragoza spoke with Alma Lopez in her hospital bed and got the very latest on her children's condition.
My understanding is, and I'm not sure from her, again, she's under medication, that they are doing okay. But, Jamie, I don't know.
Now, we have learned that initially the toddlers were taken here to Ventura County Medical Center. Then they were flown to Cedars-Sinai, and they are in critical condition, but one has been upgraded into stable condition. Everyone is hoping and praying that they make a full recovery. Micah, we'll send it back to you.
A Santa Barbara tow truck driver accused of dragging two children for a quarter of a mile underneath his truck now faces felony DUI charges, and investigators say he has been in trouble with the law before. Key News Bureau Chief Tracy Laird joins us live with that story. Tracy.
CJ, we're learning more tonight about the tow truck's background and his prior record. Sheriff's deputies say he is not a U.S. citizen, and they say his prior record includes petty theft, making a terrorist threat, and traffic violations.
With school starting today, a crossing guard is posted at the corner of Vineyard and Simon Way, but that wasn't the case at the same time yesterday when police say a tow truck driver struck 19-year-old Alma Lopez as she pushed her 3-year-old daughter and 1-year-old son's stroller towards El Rio. The truck dragged the stroller with the children inside for a quarter mile before Good Samaritans pulled in front, forcing 45-year-old Mehrana Kamsa of Santa Barbara to stop.
It was amazing to see the support that we had from witnesses who stayed at the scene and who actually tried to flag down and subsequently stopped the driver yesterday. That's what we need from the public.
Sergeant Randy Latimer says the mother remains at Ventura County Medical Center, but the children have been transferred to Cedars-Sinai in Los Angeles for care.
They're in stable condition, which is I would call it an upgrade from being in just critical condition, where they're at least stabilized.
Our church is praying for them, and we hope the best for them. But this tragedy that happened was because of the drugs and alcohol.
Officers only suspect drugs. They arrested Kamsa, an illegal immigrant with a record on felony DUI. Investigators say the Lopez family had the proper walking signal as they headed towards El Rio, and that Kamsa had a green light too, but turned left, failing to yield. The crossing guard says he was almost hit today.
No paran. Entonces yo a veces. By the time he gets them across, sometimes they're not all fully across and the cars come barreling through. He says what he'd like to see is for the light to be just a little bit longer. It holds up traffic a little bit, but it might save a life.
Now, the driver is being held on a parole hold and an immigration hold. He is scheduled to be arraigned at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. Reporting from the Key News Bureau, I'm Tracy Laird. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Tracy, thank you.